Hey everybody, in this session we will study about functions in Python. First understand the concept. Imagine your body. It consists of eyes, nose, ear, hand and many other organs. Every organ has different functions. Like your eyes can see, your nose can smell. So the whole body is a complete program and the organs are different functions. To be more technically, suppose you want to make a calculator which will perform four operations: addition, multiplication, division, subtraction. Making the calculator is a complete program and writing the different operations are different functions. Hence, we can say a program consists of separate different functions. Now, let's understand it practically. First, understand the syntax. First, you have to use the def keyword, then any function name as per your choice. You have to pass some parameters and these parameters will be used inside the function to perform some operations. Okay. Next line, within triple quotes we can write about what the function is trying to achieve so that it increases the readability. This is not compulsory but this is a better approach of writing a function. Next, you can perform whatever operations you want to perform and then you return the resultant value. To whom? To the calling code. Now, who is the calling code? Here I have written a equal to function name and I am passing some arguments. Arguments is the value which will be passed to the parameter. Okay. And here when the function is called, then only the function will execute and it will return the value to if. Now you can print a or do whatever you wish to do. So this is the main syntax. Def keyword, function name, parameter, docstring, perform some operations and return the value to the calling code. Clear? Now let's see an example. Here suppose I want to add two numbers. How can I write? First, def is the keyword, addition is the function. I am passing two parameters x and y because I want to add two numbers x plus y. So return x plus y. That means the number will be added and the value will be returned. Return to whom? As I said, to the calling code. What is the calling code here? A equal to addition of 2 comma 3. That means 2 and 3 is passed to the parameters x equal to 2, y equal to 3. Return 2 plus 3, 5 will be returned. It will be stored into A and A will be printed. Now let's understand how interpreter executes a function. Now first interpreter creates a memory space for the function but it doesn't execute the function until it is called. So what will happen? This line will be shifted to 4. See what happened here? A memory space is created which is pointing to a function which has two parameters x and y. But this is not executed because the function is not called. A function doesn't get executed until it is called. Okay. Now here a equal to addition 2 comma 3. That means we are calling the function and we are passing values 2 comma 3 to the function. So x will be initialized with 2, y will be initialized with 3. See x equal to 2, y equal to 3. So return x plus y, that means 2 plus 3 will be returned. What will be the value? Return value is 5. See now a equals to 5. See a equals to 5. Now if I print, 5 will be printed. So you understand how interpreter executes a function. Okay. Now from the very first day we are studying about function. We used print, we used append, capitalize, upper, lower and many other functions till now. And these are known as built-in function. That means the Python community has already created some functions for you. And what we are doing? We are just invoking the function. We are just calling the function as per our requirement. So these functions are known as built-in function. These are already created by the Python community. Now, if I want, I can create my own function, just like I have created the addition function. I can create any function and that can perform any operations. These are known as user defined function because as an user, I am creating this function. So there are two types of function: built-in function already created by Python community. Second, user-defined function which is created by the user as per their requirement. Clear? Now let's understand what is a docstring. We have already told that when we are writing a program, we try to explain what we are doing so that it increases readability. This is known as docstring. So how can we access any docstring? Now if I want to see the documentation of print, I can write this way. Now if I run it, see, this is the documentation of print. If you want to know about any function, you can use this double underscore doc double underscore your function name dot double underscore doc double underscore. Okay, so using this syntax you can access documentation string of any functions. Clear? Now let's understand the concept parameter versus argument. We are already talking about this while writing this function, that these are parameters and these are arguments. When the function is written, this is known as parameters. When the values are passed, this is known as arguments. But this is nothing but a naming convention. Now suppose if I ask you what is the difficulty level. Difficulty level is the parameter. But the value, like it may be easy, it may be medium, it may be hard, it may be very hard. These are the values, these are the arguments. Clear? Difficulty level is the parameter, values are the arguments. So parameter is when we are writing the function, argument is when we are calling the function. Parameter is fixed, arguments keep changes as per the need of the user. This is the simple difference. Now there are three types of arguments: default argument, positional argument, keyword argument. Now let me show you some example. See this one. Here what I have done, I have written a function add, and I am passing two values x comma y. Now returning additional of these two values, I'm calling the add function and I'm trying to print it. What do you think? This will create an error or this will execute? This will not execute because there is no value of x and y. So it will show us an error. But I want to handle this kind of error. So what I can do? I can give some default arguments. That means if user forgets to give any value, or if he misses to provide any value, instead of showing an error, you take x as 1, y as 1. Clear? So what will happen? I have not given any value, but it will not show me an error. Instead, it will show me the output of 1 plus 1. If you want, you can give anything else. Like you can give 3. So the output will be 1 plus 4. So while writing the program, I am giving some default values of the parameters. This is known as default arguments. Clear? Now if I write here 2 comma 3, what will happen? Then x will be overridden by 2, y will be overridden by 3. What will be happen? Result 5. Now if I give the value of x but I don't give the value of y, what will be the result? See 5, because default value of y is 3. Now if I make it 1, what will happen? 2, 2 plus 1. So x will be 2. X is the first one. So x will be replaced by 2. But the default of y is 1. So I have not given any value of 1, but y is by default 1. So the output will be 3. Okay, now next, positional argument. Visualize this. This will be more clear. First, memory space will be created. Add pointing to a function has three parameters. Now the function will not be executed. Instead, it will go to the line number 4. And here the function gets called. Three values are passed, 2, 3 and 5. See, now what happened? X is initialized with 2, Y with 3, Z is with 5. So the first position gets the first number, the second position gets the second number, and the third position gets the third number. This is what is known as positional arguments. Clear? Next is keyword argument. Keyword arguments mean I don't want to follow the position. Instead, what I want to allocate y first, then z, then x, or any manner I can pass the values. So what will happen here? Let me show you. See what happens. First it will go to line number 4. Memory space is created. Now the function is called, but here I have given y equals to 3 first, x equal to 2 last. So how it will be initialized? Let me show you. See, x equal to 2, y equal to 3, z equal to 5. I have not given in an ordered manner, but I have explicitly mentioned that x will be 2, y will be 3, z will be 5. Clear? This is known as keyword argument. So there are three types of argument. Number one, default arguments, where we are giving default value to the parameters. Second one is positional argument. Here the first parameter gets the first value, second parameter gets the second, third parameter gets the third value. Number three is keyword argument. Here I am explicitly mentioning with the parameter name. Clear? Now let's see this one. Here what I am trying to do, here I want to take any name like Mike, Fernandez or anything. Now I want to print it as a proper name. That means every character of first word will be in capital letter. What I have done? I have written a function first. Full name. Two parameter. First sar. First name is first dot capitalize. Capitalize function we studied in string. What will it do? It will convert m, the first character of the word, into capital letter. Same way surname. If will be converted to capital F. Return first name plus surname. Plus means concatenation operator. String concatenation, we studied that too. So Mike Fernandez will be concatenated into a single string. Now let me run this for you. See Mike Fernandez. Now let me visualize this. See here. If I click full name memory space created first and third, two arguments. Next name equal to full name. First equal to Mike, sar equal to Fernandez. First equal to Mike, sar equal to Fernandez. Function gets called. Next, first name will be converted, so M will be in capital letter. See, first name Mike is capital letter. Surname will be in capital letter. See, surname in F is in capital letter. It will return value. Return value is the concatenated string. Now name will get the return value, so name equal to Mike Fernandez. Print name, name will be print. See, this is the way it has been executed. Now tell me which kind of arguments I have used here. Here I have used keyword argument. I have explicitly mentioned first equal to Mike, sar equal to Fernandez. Now suppose if now tell me will it be an error or it will run? Now I think you can say this one will simply run because keyword argument. Okay. Now suppose I write first equal to John, star equal to Obama, and here I don't pass anything. What do you think the output will be? John Obama. This is which argument is this? Default argument. Now I write star equals to Fernandez. Now what will be the output? John Fernandez. Because by default first name is John. I have not provided anything here. But here I have providing star as Fernandez. So here star will be replaced by Fernandez. Clear? Now tell me, will this work? If I give first equal to Mike, here I don't provide any value, only default argument. I provide a default argument for Sar Fernandez and here I provide first equal to Mike. Do you think this one will work? Yes, this one will work. What if I write first equal to John and I don't provide any arguments for Sar and here I write SAR equals to Obama. Do you think that output will be John Obama? No. Why? Because non-default argument follows default argument. That is, first you can give any non-default argument. That is, if you want to give only one argument, you have to give it to the second parameter, like here. Because the first one can be non-default argument, but the last one can be default argument. But you cannot do the reverse one. You cannot give any value to the first parameter without giving any value to the second parameter. So you get my point? Okay. So this is all about parameters and arguments. Clear? Now see, I have written a program about calculator which will perform four operations. First, it will ask for your choice, that is whether you want add or subtract or multiply or division. Then it will ask you to give two numbers as input, and then as per your choice it will perform any operations. Okay, let me explain you. First I have written an addition function. It will return the additional value. Subtract function, return the subtraction value. Multiply, divide. Here divide, if we divide by 0, then it will be an error, else it will give us the divided value. Now this will be printed in the output like select operation and asking user to give your choice 1, 2, 3, 4. Now while true, that means while the condition is true, the program will continue running. First it will ask for choice. If choice is within the given numbers, then it will ask for two numbers, number 1 and number 2, on which you want to do the operations. But if the choice are not within 1, 2, 3, 4, it will go to the else part. Else part means invalid input will be printed. Okay. Now suppose the person gives choice number 2. That means subtraction. So it will ask for two numbers. First number, second number. And we know in Python by default everything is a string. So I have to convert it to either int or float. So here I have converted it to float number because I want to calculate on float number as well. Okay. Now if the choice equal to 1, that means if the user wants to do the additional operator, I will be calling the add function. Add function I have written in the first, and I will pass the two numbers as arguments, and it will give me the return value. Same if the choice is 2, subtract function will be called. If the choice is 3, multiplication function will be called. If the choice is 4, divide function will be called. And once it is done, we have to give the break statement to break out of the while loop. Otherwise, it may start an infinite loop. If user has given anything else other than 1, 2, 3, 4, else statement will be executed and invalid input will be printed. Okay, now let me run it for you. See, I want to do multiplication. 3. It will ask for first number, I give 20. Second number, I want to give 3. So the output will be 60. This is the way you can do 4 operations. You can do some more operations by creating your own functions and writing your own code. Okay, so you are ready to explore. Now, what is a function? This is simply nothing but a data type. It's just like integer, string, float, list, tuple, same. Suppose this one, addition function we have written above, this gives us the result of two numbers. If I write s is equal to addition and I write print s, what do you think the output will be? It will be an error. See, this will show that it is a function. The name of the function is addition. So by simply writing this code, you can simply rename any function. Now if I write type of s, it will show me that this is a function. See, this is a function. Now suppose I call it a is equal to s of 2 comma 3. So I am calling s function giving two value 2 plus 3 5 will be returned to a. Now if I write print a, do you think this will work? Yes, simply this is the function. So simply addition function has been renamed to s and I can call s and it will give me the output. Because this is a simple data type. Now can I delete a function? If I write del addition and then uh, if I execute, see the function is deleted. Now if I call the function a equal to addition 2 comma 3 and then I write print a, do you think it will execute? No, because the function is deleted. So it will show us name error. If I write ace, I have renamed, same name error because the function is deleted. Okay. Now tell me this one. Can I access function in this way? I have taken a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a function addition. Okay, first let me run this one. Oh, sorry. Let me run this one. Okay. Now tell me, can I access the function in this way? Here what I have done, I have written a log minus 1. That means the addition function. Negative indexing, we studied. So a log minus 1 means addition function is getting called and 3 and 4 value are passed. So 3 plus 4 will be written, 7 will be written because the function is called here. This one, 3 plus 4. So if I run it, see the output is 7. So this is the way we can access a function also because it is a data type. Just like 5. 5 is an integer data type. Addition is a function data type. Okay. Now let's revise the whole thing. Till now we have studied what is function, syntax of function. We have done some examples. We have studied the user defined function versus built-in function. We have known how to access any docstring, studied about parameters versus arguments. What are the types of argument like default, positional, keyword arguments, and we have done a complete program on making a calculator. And also we have known that function is a data type. How we can rename a function, how we can delete a function, and how we can access a function we have studied yet now. Okay, but there are many other concept on function like if we don't return, what is a lambda function, what is a scope of function, how can we give a function input to another function. We will study about those in our next class. Till then, bye, happy learning.